Vending machines are more dangerous than sharks. On average, 3 people die each year from vending machine-related accidents, while only 2 people die each year from shark attacks. Accidents include being crushed by a fallen machine or injured by falling objects. A single share of Coca-Cola stock that was purchased in 1919 for $40 would theoretically be worth over $9 million today. This stock has been a very successful investment over the past century. In The Godfather, the horse head used in the scene with Jack Woltz was a real horse head. Francis Ford Coppola wanted the scene to be as realistic as possible, so he never told the actor John Marley it was real beforehand. So his scream was genuine, and he was so shocked and disgusted that he had to take a break from filming to compose himself. A 22-month-old boy fell into an icy tributary of Buffalo Creek in Pennsylvania in 2015. He was found unresponsive and not breathing, and CPR was performed for over an hour and was later put on a ventilator. In hospital, he made a miraculous recovery and was sent home 5 days later. It is thought the cold delayed tissue damage. There are currently 11 non-US countries that use the US dollar as their currency. These are Ecuador, El Salvador, Palau, Micronesia, Marshall Islands, Zimbabwe, Panama, East Timor, British Virgin Islands, Turks and Caicos Islands, and Bonaire. This is mostly to provide stability and predictability for its economy. The grasshopper mouse is a small, carnivorous rodent that is found in the deserts of North America. It can eat scorpions and other venomous creatures, as it is immune to their venom. It makes many sounds, including a high-pitched howl that it uses to claim its territory, giving it the nickname of the werewolf mouse. Japanese death row inmates are not told the date of their execution and is a form of psychological torture that keeps them in a state of constant anxiety and fear. The Japanese government argues that this is necessary to ensure public safety, but others argue that it is cruel and unusual punishment. Cher, Elizabeth Taylor, and Ronald Reagan are among the many people whose lives have been saved by the Heimlich maneuver, which can dislodge a foreign object from a person's airway. Bamboo is the fastest growing plant in the world. Some species can grow more than 39 inches a day, which is nearly 2 inches an hour. This is because of something called culm elongation, where a plant grows taller by expanding cells rather than dividing them. American war dead in Europe were buried facing away from Germany except General George S. Patton, who was laid to rest facing his troops because he wanted to be confronting his enemies even in death. He was killed in a car accident in December 1945, and his grave is a popular tourist destination. The Catholic Church allows only 7 women in the world to wear white when meeting the Pope. These women are the Queens of England, Spain, Belgium, Denmark, Norway, Sweden, and the Grand Duchess of Luxembourg. This dates back to when only women of royal or noble birth were allowed to meet with the Pope. Sony recalled 700,000 of its Nightshot night vision camcorders in 1998 after it was discovered that the cameras could see through certain types of clothing, such as thin materials and swimsuits. The cameras rely on near-infrared light to see in the dark, which can penetrate some clothing and reveal the skin underneath. In Italy, swimming caps are compulsory in public swimming pools and those on campsites. This is for hygiene reasons, as it helps to keep hair and skin flakes out of the pool. However, children under 6 and people with certain medical conditions are exempt. Zealandia is an almost entirely submerged continent located in the southwestern Pacific Ocean. It is about the size of Australia, but only 6% of its landmass is above sea level in the form of New Zealand. The rest is submerged beneath the Pacific Ocean and is still considered a continent by geologists. Horses can read human facial expressions and associate positive emotions with the right eye and negative emotions with the left eye. In the wild, horses are prey and they need to quickly assess threats. The left eye is wired to the right brain, which is responsible for processing emotions, so, when a horse sees a human with a negative expression, it is more likely to look at the human with its left eye to check the threat. British actress Kate Beckinsale is known for her love of pantomime horses. She has been spotted traveling in a pantomime horse costume and has spoken of it on the Graham Norton Show on the BBC in the UK and the US. Christopher Walken worked as a lion tamer in a circus when he was 16 years old. He was hired as a trainee for a summer and worked with a lion named Sheba. He has said that he enjoyed the experience and that he learned a lot about lions, but was glad to leave the circus and pursue a career in acting. Elvis Presley's first 2 appearances on The Ed Sullivan Show in 1956 were filmed exclusively from the waist up. These were considered as sexually suggestive dance moves and due to the conservative norms of the time were censored. A passenger aircraft without windows would be about 50% lighter, which could lead to a reduction in fuel consumption and pollution. However, passengers would feel claustrophobic or anxious, and there would be problems not being able to see outside in an emergency. The Chinese government employs up to 3 million people to monitor the internet, which is more than the 2 million persons in its armed forces. This is used to track dissidents, religious minorities, and other groups that the government considers to be a threat. It is also used to suppress dissent and control the flow of information. Jonathan the Seychelles giant tortoise is the world's oldest land animal and lives on the South Atlantic island of St. Helena. He is believed to have been born in 1832, making him 190 years old in 2023, and was brought to the island in 1882, when he was about 50 years old, so he could be even older. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like to be updated when new videos are released, please subscribe, like and comment.